In this exercise, we're going to look at a couple of modifications to our Hello World program. So let's start a new project. We're going to call it Chap 3 Part 3. So click OK. So our program as we started it was console.writeLine Hello World, and then console read key. And let's run that again just so you'll see what it looks like, in case you forgot. So there's Hello World. And again, press any key to bring it back to the main program. If we just use write instead of WriteLine, the only difference you'll see when we run the program is the cursor is now at the end of the exclamation point, or at the space past the exclamation point, as I mentioned before. And then the next bit of writing, so let's say we decided to add a line to our code, will now be on the same line, right next to the exclamation point, because we didn't tell it to drop down to the new line. So write will write its output and then put the cursor at the next position, whereas WriteLine will write its output and then put the cursor on the next line. So if we wanted those to be on separate lines, we need to at least use WriteLine the first time, like so. Another modification we can make is we can have more than one console write to represent each word. So for example, we could write hello and then console WriteLine world, like so. Now let's run this program. So you see how that works. So let's kind of summarize console write and console WriteLine. Console write will write its output and then put the cursor on the next available character, whereas console WriteLine will write its output and then move the cursor down to the next line. It means write the output and then write a new line character, which is actually a character like a letter of the alphabet. But when it's written, it drops the cursor down to the next line. These ways of writing output just give you more control over how your output is displayed by your program. And then finally, the console read key, or the read key method, is used to hold the window open so that you can look at the output. Otherwise, and let's do that again just so you'll see. If we don't have a read key, then when the output displays, then it immediately goes away. So console read key freezes the window open until the user enters the key. So those are the basics, the very fundamentals of writing programs. And now we're going to move to the next chapter where we begin to talk about the building blocks of programs, which are data types and variables.